Good evening. It is time for more racing games. After a little brief hiatus there. I fucked up my foot really bad. I'm in a boot. I got crutches. I'm on steroids. I really fucked up. That's the story for another time, though. No camera today because I look gross. But what we do have is racing games. We got 36 games. In last place, we currently have Circuit Beat from Prism Arts. And then also from Prism Arts, number 2, Rally Day Europe. I've been playing this game like nonstop every chance I get. This game is so good. I had what a fucking delightful surprise Rally Day Europe was during the last stream. Absolutely loved that game. Let's hope we find another one. Another delightful surprise of a game. Wouldn't that be nice? But for now, it is time to stream some racing games. There's a website you can go to now. I don't know how this is going to look when I do it like this. Yeah, it looks terrible. Fine. We can fix this. We're going to do it right on the fly here. Fit to screen. Boom. Check it out. This is davetona.live, where it has links to my YouTube, the Twitch page, and my Bluesky. But check it out. If you click suggest games, you could just send me ideas for games to play in the stream, whether it be on Saturnology streams or on these racing game streams. Send them in. Give me your suggestions. I want to hear them. So far, I've gotten one suggestion. And it looks like that will actually be feasible. So that'll happen soon. But for now, we are going to hit up the PlayStation for our first game. Someone recommended this a few weeks ago. It's a game I'm not super familiar with. I've probably played like once or twice in my life. We're playing Jet Moto. I know they made like 3 of them, but like I just know so little about them. Oh boy. It's an aggressive menu noise. So I know this game has a grapple mechanic. So leave it on default. Okay, simple enough. Oh, okay, each team has their own set of riders. Those machines are huge. Oh, the Butterfinger machines. This character art, though, that's something. Yeah, these are like the lightweight vehicles. Oh, never mind. Okay. there are some. Not every team has heavyweight vehicles. Butterfinger's all heavyweight though. I've seen some light ones. Let's do the max. Sure. We'll do a full season. Just play as much as we can. Oh, Christ. Forget which button is boost. Right, triangle. Okay. Oh. Okay. Oh, wow. How they mask the draw distance. With just a picture. That's kind of clever. Do I have a finite amount of boosts? Okay, I have 4. I guess it refills every lap. Oh, there he goes. Okay. So you literally just can't cut corners. Oh. Oh. It's like they're hover bikes, but like the waves still affect me. Move it. 5th. Damn. That's a huge pack. Yeah, that's a pack of 20 erasers. That's huge. Some of these guys are just sprites. Holy shit. When they're far enough away, they just turn into sprites. Oh. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Yeah, you really gotta be careful with that grapple hook shit. Oh, there I go again. You can tell this is a super early PlayStation game. Just from its overall aesthetic and style and... Suicide turn. Reach the other course, you U-turn and race head on into the back. Okay. Cool. Oh God. Like, this game's look really kind of confuses me. Like, this is like a futuristic anti-gravity racer, but I mean, we were on like we're at a beach and 2 bayou tracks. Like, nothing about it screams futuristic. Like, I mean, the beach track, post-apocalyptic, maybe, because of the ruined highway. Oh yeah, if you turn too hard with the grapple, you'll just spin out. Just flip on out. Oh. I'll take 4th. Not too bad. Yeah, this one's... This feels... It doesn't feel bad by any means. It's definitely interesting. Custom circuit. How many tracks are there by default? Or just the 3? Because we actually do have to win some races. We'll try again. Now we got a better feel for how these handle. It's interesting. It's... I hesitate to say they handle good, but like they're responsive, you know? Like, given the era this came out in, I can see how this got popular, for sure. Like, I would, if I was a kid playing this, I would have eaten this shit up, you know? I remember seeing Jet Moto 3 at a cousin's house, and him telling me, "Oh no, dude, this game sucks." And I'm like, how bad could it be? So I guess at some point we'll have to get through to Jet Moto 3, find out for ourselves. Oh. No! Actually got the first place. I'd say some of this tech is also kind of genuinely impressive too, like specifically like how the rider animates on the bike. I don't know, I feel like for like 96 on a PlayStation, that just seems like something that would be kind of impressive. Slow me down. That'll be good for third here, though. Okay, we'll take third. Not bad. Hell yeah. Oh, why am I spinning? Rolling. This is not looking good. Yeah, I haven't quite figured out how to like effectively use the roll. What's a wolf sight? Yes, we're doing jet moto. Specifically, this is Jet Moto 1. I actually don't know if there's like a huge visual difference between 1 and 2. I just know 3 had a different developer. Oh, fuck! Again, I instinctively just want to boost there. You got surgery in your tongue? Oh shit, dude. Hope you're feeling better. Yeah. It seems like a lot of people in my life are needing surgery all of a sudden. What's up, B token? Yeah, I had to go to urgent care last week. I had an accident and a tore ligament in my ankle. So I'm in a boot for the foreseeable future. On the other side, I want to remove it to be safe. Yeah, especially if you're on your tongue. Yeah, you don't want to lose that. I'll hope for a speedy recovery. Yeah, my doctor put me on a bunch of steroids. I got the boot and crutches. But I mean, I already feel it, like, feeling better. But it's still, like, really awkward to walk on. Like, putting any kind of pressure on it, like, there's still pain there. But it's weird to describe. Like, it definitely hurts when you put pressure on it, but it's manageable, you know? Oh, God. Oh, Christ. Oh, I was doing good. What place we can recover from this? Hey, we got our first place. Like I said, it's not enough advertising. We got third. If we tell you. Sure, we'll save our game. These menus have so much, like, downtime in them. We'll do a Butterfinger. Move the heavy weights. This guy's got balanced stats, so just do that. Well, let's just do this track again. I guess I just have to be in first. But yeah, this is a series of games that I've just never really been super familiar with. Like, I always kind of knew that they were around, but I mean, I didn't grow up having a PlayStation, really. And no one I knew with a PlayStation either had this or spoke highly of it. Honestly, this game kind of just feels a little very average. Things that peaked on the PS1, just gonna keep it this with the competition. Sure, yeah. Oh god. Like, it's a neat game, but it's not. It's definitely not going to set your world on fire, you know. You know, the music's pretty wild. I was saying earlier, like, if I played this as a kid, I would have eaten this shit up. I probably would have found it very difficult, but I would have been entertained for sure. Get that turn. Oh, damn. I mean, third's not bad. I mean, the game, this was popular enough to get 2 more sequels, so definitely had its fan base. I kind of like Toshinden. Yeah, a lot of series that just kind of like hit their stride in this generation, yeah, and just kind of disappeared. Like, Sony spent a lot of this first generation like building up a catalog. Like, they didn't really have any franchises. Like, they were just throwing stuff at the wall, see what stuck. You had like stuff like Jet Moto for a little bit. You had Medieval, you know, stuff like that. Ape Escape even. Like, they're just throwing stuff at the wall. Wait, is Earthworm Jim in a Toshinden game? On DOS? That's... I guess Interplay put that out on PC then? Oh, West. That's so weird. I wasn't even boosting. Oh, fuck. Accidental shortcut. Oh, don't go too fast. Damn it. Not a boost. Might be able to get fourth. Even third. Fourth. Not bad. Not bad. Staying in the top 5. We proved we get first on this track. Off to a great start. Oh. You think when making this, Sony was like, guys, fucking Sega got the Bygone dogs for that racing game. We need something else. We need to outdo the Bygone dogs. Damn. Yeah, these tracks would have given me so much trouble as a kid. Oh, what? I feel like the concept of Jet Moto really needed to thrive on much more powerful hardware. Like, if they made like a PS2 Jet Moto game, I feel like they would have like figured out a lot of this stuff. Yeah, stuff like this just benefits from just better hardware. I mean, it is a first attempt at this, and it would later get sequels, but it's definitely like average, below average kind of thing here. Like you could get into it and have a fun time, but I don't know. Admittedly, it's not doing a whole lot for me. Presenter run shows. Interesting. You can just turn off the grapple entirely. So that's Jet Moto. Oh. Let's fix that. That's Jet Moto. Definitely in the below average area. Not to say that it's a bad game. It's just, yeah, doesn't do much for me. I would go as far as to say that controllability wise, I would say it's around this area right here. Oh, okay, hold on. Oh, okay. We're fine. This game is just loud. What's up, Boca? Yeah. I would say it's around this area. God, this game, hold on. I'm sorry, this game is just so goddamn loud. Yeah, we'll just do that. We will just do that. All right. Makes me think of Motor Racer. I would prefer Motor Racer over this. Do I have, hold on, do I have Motor Racer on here? On PS1? Just for future reference. I don't. I have it physically. So we'll get to that when we get to it. I would say it's, as far as bike games go, this is worse than Nitro Bike. I would prefer to play Vanishing Point. I'd prefer Cruise and Blast. I had more fun with Magical Racing Tour. Rally Day Africa, for how janky that handling was. Like, there's still something there that you could have fun with. I would prefer Bravo Air Race. Motor Racer on PC. Ooh, on GOG? Okay. Yep. I would prefer that. I'd prefer to play the PC version over the PS1 version. Good to know. Roll Cage Stage 2 specifically is a better game than this. Is I think actually a way better game than this. And Toge King the Spirits 2 is janky, really fucking janky, but definitely has its own level of fun. But I would if you gave me Jet Moto and Toge 2, I'd take Toge 2. But I feel like this area, like, once you reach Driving Emotion Type S, we get to like bad racing games. I hate to put Rush Rally Reloaded. I hate how it ended up so low, but like, I mean, Rush Rally is totally fine, you know. It's just a top-down racer. But I think I would rather play Jet Moto over Rush Rally Reloaded. Their new number 31. Jet Moto. I'm happy about that. Jet Moto is a fine game for what it is. Very early on in the PS1's life, it would hit its stride, hopefully, or it was just a popular enough of a concept that they just kept on throwing games at it until they made a bad one. I don't know. We'll have to see how I feel about those other ones. All right. Next up, we are moving to a different console entirely. I don't have enough PSP games on here. And there was one I was thinking about specifically. A multi-platform release that it was pretty much, it was on everything. It was on PC, Xbox 360, PS3, PSP, which is what we're playing, and the Wii. This is the PSP version of Dirt 2. Colin McRae Dirt 2. I played this on the Wii, and I really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was a great little arcade rally game on the Wii. And the PSP version is pretty much the Wii game with bad cinematics, apparently. They don't run well in the simulator. Oh, it's gonna get claimed probably. We'll do some World Tour. Have I done any World Tour events yet? Okay, I guess I did some already, so. Yeah. Yeah, this is a very arcadey rally game. I want to say this was done, I think, by Sumo Digital. Like, aesthetically, like, takes after the console versions, but it's very much its own thing. Oh, God. The handling and suspension all feel good. I can't say I've ever played this on actual PSP hardware, but the Wii version runs at a steady 60. You got a little animated driver in there on the PSP? Hell yeah. Seeing how we can change our view. Select changes view. Good. The turbo noises with the engine. I'm gonna say good sound design, but it's passable. It's fine. There's one race in particular that I really like. It's an early on race. I want to say you could just do it in arcade mode. Neat. Should cover full screen racing games like Super Sprint in this series. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, those will absolutely be covered. Okay. I did do this. Okay. Let's stick with the Nemesis. Ooh. Like, I can't wait to get to Super Off-Road, you know, stuff like that. Or like, just more like isometric racers, top-down racers. Like, I need to get to more of those. Mode 7 games, like, on the Super Nintendo, need to look at those. Or games in the style of, like, something like Outrun, Super Scalar stuff. We haven't even touched any of that. Obviously, comparing like a Super Scalar racer like a full 3D game is going to be an interesting like thing to judge. So I'm very much looking forward to getting around to doing stuff like that. Oh, okay. Funnily enough, the version of Super Off-Road that I grew up with was on the Game Boy. It was like, when I got my Game Boy Pocket when I was a kid, I got 2 games with it. I got a Mickey's Dangerous Chase and Super Off-Road. And to be honest, I was not very good at Super Off-Road. I was very young. Mickey's Dangerous Chase, I think, is awesome. It's just Chippendale. That felt good. This game really could benefit from like some music in the background. I thought that I even had a problem with that on the Wii version. Although personally, when I would play this, I would just turn off the music and listen to my own music, but that's beside the point. This would be Bluesky. Yeah. But I would say a lot of these types of racing games, like, there's no real risk of having a, like, legacy re-release, you know? Like, you never really see racing, like, licensed games like this. Not to say this is licensed, but, like, games with, like, licensed vehicles, like, you never really see get a re-release. Stuff like Burnout Paradise gets a re-release because, you know, those are all original vehicles. There's nothing licensed in there. Like, very few instances have there been, like, a remaster re-release of, like, an older racing game. The only one I can really think of would probably be that, Baja Edge of Control. I got a re-release and had that on PC. God, oh god, oh god. Oh god. Like, you're not gonna see like a legacy re-release of Beetle Adventure Racing, you know what I mean? Yeah, they had to alter Outrun sprites. And, like, a re-release of Outrun 2 be next to impossible, given the Ferrari license. And how I feel Ferrari would license something like that out nowadays. I don't know. I can't imagine Sega putting up the money to relicense the Ferrari brand. It just doesn't seem like a thing they would do. Or that, or Blur on 360 PS3. That game still needs time to shine, but I can't imagine that ever getting a re-release. Well, its developer's gone. Activision is gobbled up by Microsoft. And I don't see there being any demand for there being a re-release of Blur to then go through the trouble of relicensing all those vehicles. But damn, Blur is a cool game. And like Sega eventually like went back to the Daytona well with the Championship USA in arcades. Like Sega can do that, but yeah, it's like a weird, yeah, it's just such a weird thing because they re-released Daytona 1 in arcades as Sega Racing Classic, and then you have Daytona 2 getting re-released in the Yakuza games, the Like a Dragon games, as Sega Racing Classic 2. Then you have Daytona Championship USA still getting like I want to say a newer, like slimmed down, cheaper version, or motion. Oh no, it was a motion cabinet. A motion version of that game got released last year. So they still have the license to do that. But I would imagine if they want to be able to keep selling those Yakuza games for the foreseeable future, they would have had to not relicense the Daytona name specifically for Yakuza to keep it on stores. You know? Isn't it just like a for Sega Racing Classic when that first came out? I want to say, wasn't it just an instrumental? And at least with Daytona 2, the when Dennis St. James sings it, he never says the word Daytona. Oh. Angle. I have played better rally games than this, but this is perfectly serviceable. Like, I think this game is pretty fun. Like, it's very straightforward. Ooh. I don't think I've never done this car. Like, even if you're not a fan of like if you're not a huge rally sport guy or whatever, like you just like good arcade racers, like this is a decently fun, good arcade racer. It looks as good as it needs to. Controls good. Has a good sense of speed. Like, it does, this game does everything it does, like, perfectly fine, perfectly well. But I don't think it's gonna, like, knock your socks off or blow you away. It should be like, oh, damn, this is a pretty fun game. You know? Like, it's not gonna blow you away like Rally Day Europe did. Like, if you put this in Rally Day Europe in front of me, I would honestly pick Rally Day Europe. Even though this game has a higher sense of speed, licensed cars, more polished handling. But what Rally Day Europe has, I think it does, I wouldn't say masterfully, but like way better than above average. There is a level of challenge to Rally Day Europe that a lot of other arcade racers don't have. That makes sense. Okay, on the roads, this car's a bit tricky, a bit twitchy. And visually, this is fairly dull looking. Oh, that was the end. Good. Okay, quick retry. And yeah, we need to put Neo Drift out in that on here. Over Top. Right, I think the other one's called Over Top, right? Oh, shit. You get some body damage on the cars, that's nice. Also, what Rally Day Europe has over this is charm. Like, it's such a more endearing game. I think the track designs in Rally Day Europe are excellent. They're memorable and incredibly challenging. Like, it has all like the positive aspects of what makes Sega Rally so good. Would Spy Hunter count? That's a great question. I never even considered Spy Hunter. That is a game with a racing wheel, in arcades at least. I mean, it's a driving game. Yeah, driving games definitely count. Yeah, that was like one of the first rules I laid out was not every racing game is a driving game, and not every driving game is a racing game. If you're in a car or there is handling, or I should say, if you're in a vehicle or there is handling, then it can go on the list. In games like Running High, where you are like running, or Sonic R, where you are running, but those games have handling. Those genuinely have a legit handling model. Perfect. Yeah, Super Spy Hunter, yeah. When it comes to Spy Hunter, I probably would leap for the PS2, GameCube ones first. Just because like those are games with like proper card handling. I don't know, like the original Spy Hunter, I feel it's more like an action shooter game, like almost like a spaceship shooter with like a little bit more going on. You know what I mean? But I would say its control, it has as much nuance as say like the original Monaco GP, which I would put on here. So yeah, it's something to think about. Control cards are more of a maze game. So I feel like I have to draw a line somewhere where it's like I would say like a great example is City Connection. City Connection, you control a car doing not regular car stuff, but I don't feel like it hits the credentials of being on this list. So, or something like Rally X. I don't think I'd put Rally X on here. I think it comes down to what the main credentials on this list is. Does it have handling? Because the game is driving and/or racing. So then you get to stuff like Driver and Runabout, which there's no real racing in that game. It's like your main input is driving a car around an open world. Like I would put the first Driver game in here before I would put like a GTA, you know? I think what I'm looking for is games with like I said earlier, probably like a proper handling model. That would be main focus driving. Yeah, I guess so. And then, like I said, like then you get to games where like you're not driving a car, like you're controlling a person running, like Sonic R and Running High, but those have handling models akin to driving a car. So yeah, like a game like Mad Max or like the newer GTAs, for sure. Like there's a substantial amount of, or like Driver 2 and onward. Like there's a substantial amount of those games where like you're not in the car. You're like walking around doing action game things. Then you have stuff like Driver San Francisco, where it's like that game is all driving, but has like a very unique mechanic where like you're floating around as a ghost and taking over new cars. Your primary like way of interacting with that game is through driving. Okay. In Driver, you do challenges, but Mafia, you can drive, but it's not the main focus. Right. Like, I wouldn't put Mafia on here. Friday still Galactic Racer. Fuck yeah, dude. Oh my god. I'm so excited for that game. I suppose at some point I should put the other Star Wars games on here. Oh, okay. We'll have a week where we just do all the Star Wars racing games. We'll do Pod Racer, Super Bombad Racing, Racer Revenge. Get them all on here. Racing minigames from Knights of the Old Republic. Was there racing in the game? I never played KOTOR. I'm always fascinated with games that are like not racing focused but have racing minigames in them. Like they added a racing minigame to what was it? One of the Xenoblade games, like the Switch 2 versions of the newer of the Xenoblade remasters or whatever. They added a racing minigame to those. I'm like, I always think it's neat when they add little racing minigames. Here's another one to think about. Car combat games. Like, I suppose there are some that would fit the handling mold more than others. Like, obviously people think of Twisted Metal, but those kind of those kind of feel like their own thing. And then you have games like, what's a good example? Something that like handles like a real car that has like proper car combat mechanics in it, you know? Or even the opposite. Games like Cell Damage have a full-on racing mode in it. I played a lot of that mode. Mario Kart is combat racing. Yeah, it definitely falls into that. I'm thinking of like something like an arena deathmatch car combat game, like a Twisted Metal. Like, does stuff like that fall into this ranking? I guess it really comes down to like a case by case basis. My rear end. Like, this game is fun. Like, I generally think this is a fun game. But the handling doesn't have, like, the true nuance of something like a Sega Rally, you know? Like, I can more or less easily get this car to do exactly what I want it to do pretty easily, right? Sega Rally, I can also do that, but that took a level of, like, skill and mastery to reach that point. Like, there's a lot of practice involved with Sega Rally to get to that point. Series, which is racing, but people love the series for its track, for its freaking crash mechanics. Yeah, Flat Out would definitely be on here. We'll do a few more races, then rank it up. Ooh, okay. Why is the Ford Escort with the Hummers? It's fucking fast. Like, the PSP has a solid number of a solid number of a wide variety of racing games, driving games, all that stuff. And a good number of off-road racers. I would say this is definitely in the upper quadrant of off-road rally games, for sure. This is like one of the better ones. But I would say, even though we haven't ranked it yet, the PSP version of Sega Rally Revo, I think, is a better game. That is a game I have played all the way to completion. Unlocked everything, did everything. For doing all versions of Sega Rally Revo, I've done everything. That will be fun to do, just like, here's every version of Sega Rally 3, including... We got the Sega Rally 3 arcade game, we got Rally Revo console, Rally Revo PSP, and online arcade. Just cover all our bases. Three to four games that all share similar assets, but are very different. Which I think is, like, super fascinating. Like, what's the point of having a licensed soundtrack when, like, I'm only listening to it for literal seconds at a time? Let's stick with the Escort, dude. I think it's fast. Oh. They were caught off guard by it too. Jeez. That felt good. Easy. Just keep giving me the escort. Yeah, this is a great game for a PSP. And the Wii version of this, also great. They're literally identical. PSP version obviously has widescreen support natively. Saturn. What's up, Rerez? What's up, Shane? We're ranking racing games. Stick around for the next game, Shane. I think you'll be plenty happy with that one. We probably got like a race or two left before we put it on the list. Put this one on the list, and then we get to our next game. But this is the PSP version of Dirt 2. I want to believe this is by Sumo Digital. Kicking up a bit too much, yeah. Getting down and dirty. I love me a good rally racer. Give me some competitive hopscotch games. I'm sure there's one for the iToy. For the Kinect. How you been, man? It's been a while. Good, hell yeah. Oh yeah, no, busy here too. I've got some major personal life changes have been happening over the last couple weeks, and it's been really fucking good. Really good here. Aside from me busting up my ankle, that's beside the point. Things have been going great. It's given me the escort in every category. I mean, I'm not complaining. This car is super fast. All right, we'll do this race and then we'll move on to our next game. Yeah, the way this kicks out with the handbrake, this handles way, way better than other cars. Learn how to tie a tie? Hell yeah. I learned how to tie a tie in high school for our morning news announcements that we would air on the TVs. And it is a skill that I have since long forgotten. But I guess the long story short of it is that I'm going to be starting a brand new job in like 2 or 3 weeks, which is very, very exciting for me. He's still working in news, still working behind the camera. I'll be doing more camera stuff than ever. I'll be working for Spectrum News as like their primary Cincinnati photographer for the state of Ohio. Yeah, I'm super stoked about it. It's gonna be real fun. But yeah, my last day at my current job will be on September 4th, if that's correct. Yeah, September 4th is Friday. I start on the 14th, so I'll have a week off to just do whatever. If my ankle heals up by then, I'll take a little vacay somewhere. But that also means my streaming schedule will change up a bit, so we'll see how that's going to work out. But hopefully not by much. I should be able to keep it going the way it is. For the sake of not having to worry about whatchamacallit, licensed music, we'll just exit out of that. All right. Dirt 2 on the PSP, I would say, is well above average of our games here. I keep thinking about Four Wheel Thunder, and how maybe I may have ranked that a bit too high. But when I look at the stuff under it, and I'm like, actually, no, I feel like that's about right where we're at right now. All right, Shane, thank you for stopping by, man. It's always nice to see you. Don't be a stranger. Always enjoying your stuff when you put it out. Good stuff. But yeah, Four Wheel Thunder has me like double guessing. Like, do I really have this where it is like for good reason? Then I see what's below, and I'm like, okay, no, that's right. That's correct. It just feels really high. We've just ranked a bunch of like fairly average stuff. Dirt 2 on PSP, I would say, is a better game than Four Wheel Thunder. But then you get to Beetle Adventure Racing, and I think about that, I'm like, Beetle Adventure Racing's pretty damn good. And I understand the hype. But admittedly, I do have more fun with these kind of racing games. Stuff like Dirt and, like rally racers. I admittedly have a lot more fun with these types of games than Beetle Adventure Racing. But Beetle Adventure Racing, excuse me, still great. It's a better game than Ray Tracers, for sure. It may not be as content rich as Gran Turismo PSP, but what Dirt 2 PSP has over Gran Turismo PSP is a career mode with progression and unlockables, and like you're playing towards a goal. Gran Turismo kind of really doesn't give you that. You have to like kind of make your own goal, which kind of really puts a damper on this game, even though it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly serviceable. It's a fine racing game. Or PSP Outrun will land. Yeah. Outrun 2006. We probably won't play the PSP version of that because I have the PC version. But I mean, it's the same game. But the PSP version's great. I have that. I have that physically. Great version of that game. I would say this game is better than Automodelista. Both of them. I would prefer this over Beetle Adventure Racing. This is better than Four Wheel Thunder. is it better than Sega GT? Sega GT, I wouldn't say was a nice surprise, but I was like, hey, I could really get into Sega GT. Like that's a game with a lot of like nuance and skill involved to get good at, you know? And Dirt 2, you can kind of it's a game you can kind of coast along with and just have a general good time. But I feel like if you want a game that is like you're in it for the long haul, like Sega GT is a pretty good one. I mean, they're two different beasts, right? Like Sega GT is definitely trying to go for like a more sim style, but definitely more it falls more towards Simcade than anything else. And Dirt 2 PSP is super arcadey. I'll put it this way: I'd prefer to play Downforce over Dirt 2. So I feel like it's either better than GT or it's not. At some point, we'll get to that Xbox version of or GT 2002. But yeah, I just remember like not really being into Sega GT when I had a Dreamcast because it wasn't Sega Super GT, the arcade game that I played. And I'm like, I don't want to play GT. I want to play Super GT. You know? I don't know who to blame for that. Why would I want to play something I feel like is a lesser version of the game that I already enjoy playing in the arcade? Sega GT, not Sega Super GT, you know? That shit had an effect on me as a kid. That affected my like whether I wanted the game or not. That's true shit. It's dumb. That's how that happened. But I did enjoy Sega GT. But I think Dirt 2 is a better playing game. But Sega GT, you could definitely get a lot of playtime out of. But I think Dirt 2 on PSP is the better game here. It's our new number 9. Damn, that's high. It's good. Dirt 2 on PSP is real good. Got a very interesting list here. Like, look at all the stuff that's below Full Real Thunder, being like, yo, this is like some solid stuff. But like, then you get higher up and you're like, oh, okay, no, shit, like gets real up here. Like, yeah, like, I want to go like for. I had to do a double take on Wipeout because I'm like, man, I ranked Wipeout pretty low, relatively speaking to all this other stuff. I'm like, actually, you know, those older Wipeouts are real cool, but I feel like they really hit their stride with the newer Wipeout games, like for sure. This is becoming a very interesting list, and it's about to get a lot more interesting. We're breaking the glass, folks. We're putting in the heavy hitter. We kept talking about it. It's been at the back of my mind ever since I played Rally Day Europe. You know what's up. You know what's up. Give me a minute to boot it up. Oh, God. We're moving to the Saturn. Ever since Rally Day Europe blew me away 2 weeks ago, I need to know. I feel like I already know the answer. But where does Sega Rally Championship land on our list? It's finally time. A game that I've played countless times on the stream and off stream. A game that I know like the back of my own hand. But now we have to rank it through a different lens. Notice I'm playing the Saturn version. We're not doing the arcade version because I think the Saturn version blows the arcade version out of the water. I think it handles better. It's got more content. Sure, it doesn't look as nice, but
Sega Rally Championship.
I just think this is the better version. We're doing Netlink Plus, but we'll just rank it as regular Sega Rally. Netlink Plus obviously adds Netlink support. It adds support for analog gas and brake and steering, but I feel like playing with a D-pad is the way to do it. It's also just the newest version. It is the final version of this game they released, at least in the States. Because we actually looked at this a few weeks ago. The original North American version and this version have a very specific difference, and that is on the forest track, the giant mountain in the background is not there in that first revision in North America. Great start. Great start. Excellent start, even.
Three, two, one, go. Very long, easy right. Long, easy right, baby. Very long, easy left. Check one. Medium left. Medium left, baby. Long, medium right.
See this big old mountain in the background, fully rendered?
Check one.
Not in the first North American revision. That was added after the fact. The first version in Japan has that. Pandemonium's video actually kind of goes into it. The North American version is technically an incomplete version.
Long, medium right.
Oh man,
Easy right.
I'm screwing up real bad here. Holy shit. We'll at least get fourth, but damn, that was real bad. Holy shit. Yeah, you should watch the Pandemonium video. If you got 3 to 4 hours to spare, the Pandemonium video for Sega Rally is incredible.
3, 2, 1, go. Easy left. Easy left. Easy right. Easy left. Check one. Take left. Medium right, baby. Long, easy left. Caution, hairpin right. Wow.
Oh, bad. Yeah.
Long, medium left. Check one.
See, I always say, like, whenever I play this after having touched it in a hot minute, Like my first go around in arcade mode is always the worst. And then you just immediately jump back in with the other car, and then you just destroy it. Probably not getting to Lakeside with the Silica this run. Make it second though. Like I saw the Delta earlier, like right when we hit that first hairpin. So it was possible, but that was just some sloppy driving, really sloppy. I'm almost ashamed to put my name in here. Just absolutely terrible driving. Yeah, look at that, 13th place. I didn't want to replay, but you know, turning this up in SSF, nice.
All right, let's watch your run one more time on the desert course.
Well, playing this on an ODE, I just noticed the go and that whoosh noise that plays in the song do not sync up on an ODE. It does on the disc version because it takes that extra seek time into account. That's really interesting. I love shit like that. Like they work with the platform's weaknesses and strengths to get it to work exactly the way they want it. And the moment you mess with that, it ruins the illusion. I find that really fascinating. That's really cool. Look at that zebra. Zebras. So we don't have to sit through the next one. We'll get our replay on. Don't worry. We'll listen to the replay music. All right. Does this have sit? Yeah. Well, we'll go with the stupid idiot cube. My beloved Lancia Delta. I prefer the chase cam in this game. I never really got into the hood cam for this one. I don't know, something about it. But you know, we'll give it a try here. Because for like Sega Rally 2, Sega Rally Revo, like I really like the hood cam for those games. I just feel like I can judge the corners better when I'm looking at the car. This might be a 10th place finish. Yeah. Usually, when I do like hood cams in racing games, like my spatial awareness of the stuff that's around me, like the other cars and the edges of the track, like is still like I can still read that. But the hood cam in this game, for some reason, like it's just more difficult for me. But I'm not knocking that against the game. It's just this is how I prefer to play it. Like, if you ask me, Ridge Racer has never had a good chase cam. There's never been a good Ridge Racer game with a good chase cam. Those are hood camera games. That is how they were originally designed and developed. If you ever play that original Ridge Racer in arcades, there is no chase cam. It is a hood cam exclusive game. So, like, it's easy to knock a game for having like a bad chase cam or a bad hood cam, but like, Ridge Racer is beloved, and I love Ridge Racer. R4 is like one of my favorite games of all time, and I do not like its chase cam. Those are hood cam games. but I don't knock it against it.
Long, medium, right. Easy right.
Oh, come on. Damn.
Finish.
All right, we gotta power through for this one.
Hairpin right. Long, medium left. Checkpoint. Easy left. Easy left, maybe. Medium left. Medium right. Checkpoint. Easy left, maybe. Easy left, maybe. Long, medium right.
Damn it, I'm not gonna get lakeside here either.
Caution, stay left. Easy left.
I'm just real fucking rusty.
Finish!
We're getting lakeside. Non-negotiable. Oh, I shouldn't have skipped that. Unlike the arcade version, the Lancia Stratos
2, 1.
is here and exclusive to the Saturn version.
Easy right.
It is super fucking fast and also incredibly squirrely.
Easy right. Over jump.
You can lose control of this one very easily.
Long, medium right. Checkpoint. Easy right. Over jump. Easy left. Easy left. Easy right. Very long, easy right, baby.
We've already passed 9th position. And we're gonna fuck it up! We're gonna fuck it up! Now we're fine.
Finish!
We're fine.
Three, two, one, go!
Swear to God, if we get to Lakeside with this. I'm not saying this is a bad car. This car is just really difficult to handle.
Very long, easy right.
It's a really nice challenge.
Long, easy right, baby. Very long, easy left. Checkpoint. Medium left. Wow. Medium left, baby. Long, medium right.
Ooh.
Finish!
Got us. It's a difficult car. It's a fun challenge though.
Three, two, one, go! Easy left. Easy left. Easy right. Easy left. Check mark. Stay left. Medium right, maybe. Long, easy left. Caution, hairpin right.
Oh,
Wow.
oh man. Yeah, that ruined it.
Long, medium left. Check mark. Easy left. Easy left, maybe.
Oh my god. Oh my god, car. Oh my god. Get out of my way.
Medium right, check mark. Easy left, maybe. Easy left, maybe. Long, medium right. Caution, stay left. Easy left. Finish!
I genuinely love how my favorite Saturn game can still kick my ass. This has been an abysmal round of races here. This has been real bad. We don't get to hear game over, yeah. We don't deserve it. We don't deserve it.
Three, two,
Admittedly, I like being the Delta when we get to Lakeside. How narrow that course is and how it's just a smaller car.
easy left. Easy right. Over jump.
Those corners are
Easy right.
not ideally.
Long, medium right. Check mark. Easy right. Over jump. Easy left. Easy left, easy right. Very long, easy right, baby.
Yeah, we're fine.
Finish! Three, two, one, go! Very long, easy right. Long, easy right, baby. Very long, easy left. Check mark. Medium left. Medium left, baby. Long, medium right. Caution, hairpin right. Check mark. Stay left. Medium right. Easy right, easy left. Long, medium right. Easy right.
Third place.
Finish!
Hell yeah. There's our boy.
Stay left. Medium right, baby. Long, easy left. Caution, hairpin right.
Yep, he's gonna do that.
Long, medium left, check one. Easy left. Easy left, baby. Medium left. Medium right, check one. Easy left, baby. Easy left, baby. Long, medium right. Caution, stay left. Easy left.
We're going to leg side, boys.
Finish! 3, 2,
All right.
1, go! Medium right. Medium left. Medium left.
Yep.
Medium right. Medium right.
Once we enter the straightaway, we should be in the clear. We're gonna have that straight line speed.
Medium right. Long, medium left, baby.
Wow.
Medium left. Medium right, baby.
Putting up a fight.
Stay right. Medium left. Long, easy left, baby.
Just gotta stay on him.
Caution, medium right, medium left. Caution, medium right, medium left.
There it is. We did it.
Finish!
Oh, fuck. That shouldn't have been as hard as it was for me. Taking its rightful spot. Oh, we're gonna get the long credits too. With a different song, and then it goes the long credits here, which I don't think are skippable. Yeah, we can't skip these.
Sega Rally Championship.
Lakeside and the Stratus. Yeah, we'll do that. Here, we'll do some time attack here. I do want to do Forest though, because Forest time attack has the best song in the game, in my personal opinion.
Three, two, one, go! Very long, easy right. Long, easy right, baby. Very long, easy left. Medium left. Medium left, baby. Long, medium right. Caution, hairpin right. K left. Medium right. Easy right, easy left. right.
I love the soundtrack for this game so much. I bought an extra copy of it, just a disc-only copy, just to put in the CD player in my car. I love the music in this game so much.
Very long, easy right. Long, easy right, baby. Very long, easy left. Medium left. Medium left, baby. Long, medium right. Caution, hairpin right. Stay left. Medium right. Easy right, easy left.
Of the Saturn games, I own the most copies of Sega Rally. I have every single iteration of it that I can think of, except for the European PAL version. I need to pick up that. Like, I have every incarnation of its release in North America. I have both Japanese versions.
Easy right.
I have a greatest, like, the Saturn, the best greatest hits version of Sega Rally Plus.
Easy right, baby. Very long, easy left.
It is my favorite Sega Saturn game.
Left. Medium left, baby. Long, medium right. Caution, hairpin right. Stay left. Medium right.
I'd say it's even safe to say that this being the first one of the first Saturn games I ever got
Medium right.
set me on the path I'm currently on right now.
Easy right.
Like I always loved racing games growing up as a kid, but
Finish.
I feel like this was the one. This and Daytona 2 were the ones to make me realize, like, oh fuck, like these are some of the best video games ever made. All right. Also, I always love these little menu tunes, and they're nowhere on the soundtrack. You can't find like rips of these really, like as part of like official soundtracks. Granted, all the ones that you see are like ripping for the Red Book audio. This is like from System Sound. Oh, this still slaps. Or let's take the Stratos Lakeside.
Three, two, one, go.
Let's find out what real pain is.
Right. Medium left. Medium left. Medium right. Medium right.
Damn.
Long, medium left. Over jump. Medium right. Long, medium left, baby. Over jump. Medium left. Medium right, baby. Stay right. Medium left. Medium left. Caution, medium right, medium left. Medium right. Medium left. Medium left. Medium right. Medium right. Long medium left. Over jump. Medium right. Long medium left, baby. Over jump. Medium left. Medium right, baby. Stay light. Medium left. Long medium left, baby. Caution, medium right, medium left. Caution, medium right, medium left. Medium right. Whoa,
Oh,
medium
put me
left,
at a dead stop.
medium left. Medium right. Medium right. Long medium left. Over jump. Medium right. Long medium left, baby. Over jump. Medium left.
Yeah.
Medium right, baby.
I don't even think there's been a time where I've completed this course without hitting the wall at least once.
Medium left. Long medium left, baby. Caution, medium right, medium left. Whoa. Caution, medium right, medium left. Finish!
Not bad. I missed. Oh, never mind. I was looking at the wrong time. It's 5 seconds off the course record. But apparently, the best time. Is that my best time? Guess we'll never know. Yeah, best time 3:45.96. Course record 3:45.46. All right. Before we wrap this up, look at everything else. You can tune these cars to how you like it, which is very, very cool. See all your stats, all that stuff. Change handling styles, difficulty. Reassign the music for each course, which is very cool.
Checkpoint, checkpoint, checkpoint. Turn around. Whoa, whoa, over jump. 3, 3, 3. Whoa, 2, 1, go. Checkpoint. Finish. Whoa. Turn around.
What the fuck you mean it's on mono? Get that out of here.
Turn around.
Yeah, it's... All right. It's fitting now. We do the one-on-one racing. And we're getting pretty close to time here.
3, 2,
So we'll end on this.
go.
I think the only Sega Rally game to this day that I've never played is the N-Gage one. I need to see if that's emulated. Or how good the emulation is on that. It's impossible. Yeah, it is past midnight. Like I knew I was gonna get a late start. But given how my work schedule is going to be for the next 2 weeks, I don't know when my next time I'm going to be able to stream is. Maybe next Friday, but that's not a guarantee. N-Gage kind of underrated. Those things look so cool, man. I knew one kid who had an N-Gage. I always thought it was the neatest idea. Having, yeah, Tony Hawk in your pocket, dude. The idea of having a Tomb Raider, 3D Tomb Raider in your pocket was neat, but Tony Hawk, though. I always thought the fact that it had like a full 3D version of Red Faction, I always thought that was cool. I'm like, damn, how'd they do that, you know? I love Red Faction. That first one. Never really played any of the other ones. Yeah, dude, that first Red Faction. We need to see if we can get that N-Gage Sega Rally running. I only played a demo of the second one, never played the full game.
Finish!
Oh boy. What a video game. Still not my fastest time, but that's fine. Got you a clean game over, yeah, for you. It's really that, it really is that fucking good. Sega Rally Championship is that damn good. Who's the guy that did this again? Tetsuya Mizuguchi headed up this project. Tetsuya Mizuguchi, the guy who would go on to do Space Channel 5, Rez, Luminous, Medios, Tetris Effect. Some of the most beloved video games ever made. It is a testament to how fucking good Sega Rally is when it stands alongside stuff like that and kicks its ass. It is unreal how they made this game as good as it was first try. You know? We're not even looking back down to the bottom of the list. We know where it's going. It's better than Dirt 2. It's better than Downforce. Better than Motorstorm. Better than Onrush. Better than... It's better than Metal Gear 2. It's better than Daytona USA 2001. It's better than Advent Racing. But what got us here? Why are we doing Sega Rally tonight? Because of this game. Rally Day Europe takes so much inspiration from Sega Rally Championship and kind of makes it its own thing and excels at a lot of it. Rally Day Europe is a fantastic rally game and needs to be played by anybody who loves Sega Rally. Rally Day Europe has way more cars, it has more tracks, also has good music. Sega Rally only has 4 tracks, only has 3 cars. You can adjust the handling of those cars pretty significantly, and has one of the best soundtracks of any racing game. I would say every single song on the Sega Rally soundtrack is a fucking bang. Rally Day Europe has good music, but also has that one bang. But where Sega Rally excels over Rally Day Europe is the handling. Rally Day Europe is so close. It is so fucking close. It's really, really good. But Sega Rally just knocks it out of the park. Sega Rally Championship is a more fun game to play than Rally Day Europe. Metropolis Street Racer. This is going to be controversial. I've had a lot more time to play Sega Rally Championship throughout my life, though I've had Metropolis Street Racer for most of my life. Metropolis Street Racer is a game that I didn't fully appreciate until I was much older. Sega Rally is a game that, like, I played it and then played it and played it and realized, like, oh, this got game, you know? I would argue Metropolis Street Racer also has that same feeling. I love Metropolis Street Racer. I fucking love Metropolis Street Racer. It's a really challenging game. Like, Metropolis Street Racer is a really challenging game. It has like hundreds of tracks, a lot of cars, really wacky music that's also really good. And a handling model that's like really, really difficult and challenging, but just as rewarding when you nail it, you know? And Metropolis Racer also has, like, its whole thing, its whole mechanic is that you get good at driving cool, you know? That's its whole thing with the kudos. In Sega Rally, you just feel cool all the time playing it with how the game handles. This is really fucking tough. This is really tough. I didn't think this would be that hard. I fucking love Metropolis Street Racer though, man. I love that game. Sega Rally is this is a watershed moment, not just for like Saturn games, but for like racing games, you know? Entire series, entire studios, entire careers were launched because people played Sega Rally Championship and were so impacted by it. We're so moved by how fucking good Sega Rally Championship was that we got stuff like the Colin McRae series. We Codemasters Racing, right? The dirt rally games, like, those games would not exist Motorstorm, just anything rally, anything like Initial D. Literally have the framework of like Sega Rally's handling model like in their DNA. Sega Rally is one of the most influential racing games. It's up there with Daytona USA. And I realize influence doesn't always mean like it's the best game. You know what I mean? Like a game can be super influential in what it does, but it doesn't have to be like the best at it. And I get that. But Sega Rally really is that good. Like, I really didn't think it was going to be like this. I genuinely came away with this thinking like, oh, well, I feel like Metropolis Street Racer is going to be the better game, but Sega Rally Championship really is that fucking good. It is our new number one. Shocker, I know. The Saturn guy put a Saturn game as the best racing game of all time. Shocker. But it really is that fucking good. Like, no contest. No question. That is like honestly a heartbreaker. Like, I really thought Metropolis Street Racer would like edge it out just barely, but like when you really get down to it, like Sega Rally really is that good. It's really fucking good. Rally games have come after it that have have expanded upon the concept that Sega Rally set down. You know? Like more tracks, more cars, improved handling, all that stuff. But goddamn, it nails fucking everything. And even when you play stuff like Dirt 2, we just played. And Dirt 2 is a phenomenal, like, great rally racer. I would still rather play Sega Rally Championship. You know? It's such an inspiration for these newer games and still outclasses them. Like I know we're like some of these older racing games aren't going to hold a candle to a lot of newer racing games, right? Like that's just kind of how it's going to be. Like racing games just improve. Like I'm terrified to see where we put Gran Turismo 3 on here. Like I shudder at the idea of like making Sega Rally not as good as Gran Turismo 3. But like when you put Gran Turismo 3 on this list, you're going to have to contend with the fact that not a lot of racing games are going to be better than Gran Turismo 3. Like I shudder at the idea of putting it on this list so early. But setting a benchmark for a game as early in 3D driving as Sega Rally Championship is, and it holds its own against a lot of these newer games, like it makes me feel a lot better with how this list is going to turn out. I genuinely thought Metropolis Street Racer was going to stay at the top. Genuinely thought. And that is a game I still play fairly regularly. But Sega Rally really is that good. You gonna load, bud? There we go. That's gonna do it for the stream. Wow. Sega Rally is that good. I don't know when I hope I'm able to stream next Friday. I'm still gonna try to plan on it, but timing is just gonna be weird because of how my work schedule is gonna be for like the next 2 weeks. Because I'm moving to a new job, and so people are taking time off, and they're moving my schedule around to accommodate. I'm used to it. But also with my injury, it means that my typical shift cannot be done properly because of my ankle. So they just have me sit at a computer and edit all day, which I love doing. But that also means my hours change. But it's only for a little bit, and then after September 14th, some major changes are going to happen. So we'll see how this affects streaming and other stuff I do. But until then, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a good one. Take care.